Oh, hello, 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 my friends. Skydinger here, back again with another episode of Virtue's Last Reward. Now, last time, we found Quark in one of the treatment pods. That's pretty great. However, Kay thinks he might have come down with something, so we left him there. But we're gonna go tell everybody, which is great news. We'll start with Shithead and Fi, shall we? Let's go. You're late. You're one to talk. How much earlier did you get back again? I'd be surprised if you searched at all. This it? Yeah, Liver and Temiyoshi still aren't back. So, find anything? Yeah, we sure did. Yeah? Well, go on, spill it. I explained to them how we found Quark in the treatment center. I see. Well, that's good to hear. Little jerk, making us all worried. There is more. And that is? There's still some cause for concern. Just spill it already! Quark may have contracted an illness of some sort. As such, he's been left in the treatment pod. Will he be alright? Yeah, he'll probably... Probably? Do you even... Whatever. At least we found him. Pretty lucky he's still alive, too. What do you mean by that? I mean what I said, genius. I'm glad he's not dead, aren't you? As equivocal as ever, I see. How kind of you to say so. So, was Quark all you found? The way you're talking made it sound like there was something else. Yeah, I'll explain that after Temiyoshi and Clover get back. There's something I want to ask you about first, though. When you went through the green door, did you search 2 different rooms? 2? No, just the treatment center. I see. And what was the other one? What do you mean, the other one? You know where there's the intersection with the 3 doors? Well, when Kay and I went there, 2 of the doors were unlocked. You guys unlocked the one that went through the treatment center when you went through the green door. But the other one... who could have opened it? Don't look at me. I told you, we only opened the one that went to the treatment center. Could it have been Zero Senior? I don't know. So, did you and Kay go through the other door? Yeah. What was in there? Nothing really. It appeared to be some sort of room for servicing? Something? That doesn't make any sense. So what the hell was whoever opening that door looking for? Who knows? Temiyoshi and Clover are running rather late. Should we go look for them? No, there's something I want to check first. It's never easy with you, is it? Well, let's get this over with. Wonder what he wants to do. Oh, we're in the rec room. We're gonna check with the luminol. Nice. Huh? This is the rec room. Dio and I came here earlier when we were looking for Quark. So, why are we here? Was there something here you needed to see? I said nothing, and instead made my way over towards the cabinet. Inside was the luminol. I reached in and pulled it out, then headed to the light switch and flipped it. The room went dark, and I headed back to where the others were still standing. Whoa, what is this? You gonna start telling ghost stories or something? Why, you scared of ghosts? Ha! You're kidding me, right? And show me how brave you are. Stick out your bracelet. You too, Fi, please? Our bracelets? Yeah. I want to see the underside of them. What do you mean by that? I mean the side on the bottom. The side that doesn't have a display on it. Come on, you really need to make me explain this? I know what you mean. What I'm asking is why the hell do you think you're... Oh, just do it. It's not hard. Should I also participate? No, you're fine, Kay. Your bracelet's a little different than ours. But I'll join in just to make it fair. There was a brief moment of hesitation before Dio and Fi stuck out their arms. Held mine out as well, wrist pointed upward. This okay? Yeah. Just hold like that for a moment. As fast as I could, I pulled the luminol from my pocket and sprayed across all 3 of our wrists. Ah! Friggin' cold! What the hell, man? Dio jerked his arm back with a shout. Don't see anything glowing. Fi's bracelet's clean. So is mine, of course. That leaves only Dio. Wait, what are you talking about? I'll explain in a minute. Just show me your bracelet. Is something wrong? Come on, just show it to me. Come on, Dio, we don't have time for this. Why do I have to do what you tell me to? Because I'm trying to prove your innocence. Like hell you are. I don't know what you're looking for, but you're not gonna find it on me. Then just show me your arm. No! You don't get to order me around. I have rights. As he spoke, Dio made a break for the exit. He didn't get very far, though. I'm afraid I can't let you do that, Dio. Gah! He spun around towards the other exit. Stop him! Right. Don't know what you're talking about, but okay. All three of us leapt at Dio. Hey, and we got him even. Nice job, Kay. I knew it! His bracelet's glowing. Then that means... Let me go! Get off me, you fuckers! Dio, you killed the old lady. What? No! You don't understand! This is all some kind of a mistake! Shit! What's going on here? I think it's about time you gave us the full story. As quickly as I could, I explained to Phi what Kay and I had noticed on the old woman's bracelet. Or her wrist, even. The lack thereof bracelet. So, the person with the bloody bracelet would have to have been the person who killed her. Yeah, exactly. Even if they'd wiped it off, I figured the luminol would still react to the blood. Looks like I was right. We've got you, Dio. You might as well confess. Well? Alright, fine. You caught me. I did it. I killed the old bitch and took her bracelet. Why? Are you Zero? No! I was under orders. I was sent here to do something. To do what? Who gave you this order? I'll die before I tell you. So your orders were more important than Alice and Luna's lives? Whoa, whoa, let's not get ahead of ourselves. I killed the old woman, but that's it. I don't know anything about what happened to Alice or Luna. Then that wasn't you. Tread carefully, Sigma. This man is not to be trusted. He's already shown he's willing to lie and kill. Come on, I'm telling the truth. You gotta believe me. Even if we do believe you, you're still a killer. You just haven't killed as many people. Exactly. He should be restrained somehow. If we leave him, he may well kill again. But where did we put him? Is there a room we can lock or anything? Perhaps we can put him in one of the treatment pods. Once we've locked it, he should be unable to escape. Oh yeah! Hey, wait! I'll be good, I promise! Yeah, I think you're onto something, Kay. Let's go with that. Oh, come on, please! Hey, listen to me! We'll let you out when the white door opens again. Someone's gonna need your bracelet to open the secondary door. Oh, don't fuck with me, you guys! There's no way in hell I'm going into that thing. Let go! Let me go! God damn it! I told you assholes to let me go! You can't do this! Stop! Stop! Please, stop! Please, no! Oh, you can't! Ah! Open this fucking thing! I said open it, goddammit! I don't think so. Ah! You're gonna pay for this! When I get out of here, I'm gonna fucking end you! So, I guess we figured out who the murderer was, and we found Quark. Now all that's left to do is to find Clover and Tenmyoji. Yeah. Why don't we head back to the warehouse and start from there? They may have already returned. Good point. Let's go. Well, alright. Dio killed the old woman. I guess that's one mystery solved. And he admitted to it, so... Yeah. Interesting. That also means he would be the random element who joined the game that wasn't supposed to be there. Huh. I guess we'll look more into that later, as the characters don't really seem to be questioning it. But I find it interesting. Huh? Looks like they aren't back yet. Perhaps they went to look for us? Oh, man. Now we've got to go look for them. How much time until the white doors open? 50 minutes. Then I don't think we really need to hurry yet. Why don't we wait a little longer? For all we know, they're on their way back right now. Kay and I nodded. By the way, there's something I wanted to ask you guys about. Oh, yeah? Yeah, Quark's bracelet. When you found him in this pod, he wasn't wearing it. Why?
How should I know?
Presumably he'd been taken off before we found him. So we have no idea where it is?
Pretty much.
I see. That's not good. Without that bracelet, we won't be able to continue the game.
What?
We need 3 bracelets to open the secondary door. If we lose one...
Oh no! We won't be able to go through the secondary door.
Yeah.
Who would be pairing up with Quark?
Quark's bracelet should be the red solo. That'd mean he'd be with the cyan pair.
Who's the cyan pair again?
Clover and Tenmyoji. The 2 people who are missing. Quark's bracelet's gone and his 2 teammates have disappeared.
What's going on? Does that mean Clover and Tenmyoji took the bracelet?
Well, if they found Quark before you did, then yeah, there's a good chance they did that.
Then why aren't they back yet?
Perhaps they've already gone through the white door.
What? No, that's not possible. The primary doors haven't even opened yet.
Perhaps someone opened one of them?
How?
I don't know, but it's happened before. Remember the 3 doors on the other side of the green door? Someone made one of them open. Perhaps this is the same thing.
But that's against the rules.
Yes, I know. But if the person operating the doors is Zero Senior, do you really think the rules matter? Zero Senior controls the entire game. So you're saying Clover Tenmyoji is Zero Senior? It is a possibility. It would explain why they still haven't shown up yet. Could they really have taken Quark's bracelet and gone through one of the white doors?
If they did, we won't know where they went until the doors open for the rest of us.
So I would assume.
This is all still just speculation, though. Maybe we should go look for them again. One of us can stay behind so that we don't miss them if they come back.
Okay, I'll stay. Sigma and I will go see if we can't find them then. Make sure you get back 5 minutes before the door opens, alright? Oh, and bring Dio with you.
Of course.
Alright, have a look for Tenmyoji and Clover, I guess. Goodness, we find Quark and it's like, oh, the other 2 disappeared. Okay. Anyway, they are in the pantry. Or, they weren't in the pantry. We were going to the pantry. I was curious if the same doors opened on this route as they would have with, like when we were hanging out with Luna. Which, so far they have. Well, I guess sorry, I'm getting distracted. The operating room had not opened last time. But, anywho,
This is the pantry?
so it would appear.
Well, looks like they're not here.
When we started looking for Quark, they were sent off to search everything beyond the red door, which would have meant this room.
Not gonna do any good to hang around here, though. Let's head upstairs.
Very well. Yeah, not much to do in the pantry, it looks like.
All the way back up the stairs. And by stairs, I mean elevator.
So we should be going to the lounge is the other room, I think. Do 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 do.
All right, the lounge. Let's begin. No one here either, huh? Tenmyoji loves scotch so much, I thought we might find him here drinking some. It's around that time I noticed that he was acting rather strangely. He was staring at the shelf of alcohol in a way that probably could have been described as blankly, if I could have actually seen his eyes. Hey, what's up? You want a drink?
Oh, no. Well, I would enjoy a drink, but this mask.
Oh, right. Sorry, that sucks. Honestly, I'd gotten so used to you in the suit, I'd kind of forgotten you were wearing it. Why the heck did they make you wear that thing anyway? You still don't remember anything?
Well, actually, I did remember a little.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, what did you remember?
My father. When did you remember that? And did it just pop in out of nowhere? Please, don't joke. Oh, when did you remember that? Boo, Sigma. Anyway. This is serious. Sorry. So, you remembered who your father was? Yes. What about your mom? I don't seem to have one. I think... Oh? So your dad raised you? Well... Kay stopped for a moment and then calmly folded his hands in front of him. Oh my goodness, it's little baby Kay! Look at him! I was raised in the facility where my father worked. He was the only person who worked there, which meant he was the only person I saw until I was older. That had been the situation for as long as I could remember, though, so I never thought it odd. He wouldn't allow me to go near him while he was working, but the only times he wasn't working were when he was sleeping. As such, the only communication I ever had was with the educational software he'd given me. I suppose I was a fairly expressionless child then. We developed body language to communicate with others, and with no one else to communicate with, I suppose that makes sense. Once I learned to read and write, I began to realize that my situation was not normal. Many of my books mentioned a mother as part of the family, and in several, the mother, father, and children would eat meals together and talk to one another. Soon I found myself longing for a mother of my own, someone who would always be with me, who would scold me when I did something wrong, at night would read to me before bedtime. If only I had a mother like that, I thought, I would be so happy. So, for the first time in my life, I asked my father for something. He had finished working, and as usual was making his way to his bedroom when I stopped him and asked for a mother. He looked at me silently for a long time before finally responding, okay. I remember to this day how happy I was at that moment. A few months later, he called me into his laboratory. It was the first time he'd done anything like that. My heart was beating so quickly as I stepped inside. Sitting next to him was a young woman, and my hopes soared. But when he said her name, or rather her ID number, they were dashed. He'd given me a robot to play the part of a mother. I didn't want a mother who was just a machine who did what a human told her to. When I told my father that, he looked surprised for the first time in his life. Then he frowned, coughed, and admonished me for being a whiner. He'd never scolded me for anything before. At first I was surprised, then angry, and hot tears streamed down my face. My father ordered the robot to take care of me and shoot us out of the lab. The robot was very convincing, and she smiled and spoke as if she was a real person. But I refused to answer her and locked myself in my room. You can talk to a robot and it will respond, but in the end you're still talking to a machine, not a person. If that was what I'd wanted, I still had the educational software my father had given me. When I ignored the robot as it tried to take care of me, it looked sad. It couldn't really be sad, of course. It was only programmed to look that way. A robot's facade of sadness didn't mean anything to me. After that, I stopped expecting anything from my father. We'd never really spoken to begin with, so it was easy enough for me to make sure we never saw one another. I lived my life as if he didn't exist. Perhaps it seems strange to you that I continued to live with him, but I never considered leaving. Perhaps in the hidden depths of my heart, I longed for a relationship with my father. Everything changed, though, when I was 18. I left my room one morning to find a woman standing outside of it. She was the first human I'd ever seen, apart from my father, and I was understandably surprised. For a moment I thought my father had created a new robot, and when I told her that, she laughed and explained that she had come to help him. As it turned out, she was a very mysterious person. She's much older than I was, but something about the way she behaved was almost girlish. She would tell me stories about the world outside in such a way that I was never sure if she was telling the truth or making up fantastic lies. Ultimately, though, the truth didn't matter. I loved her stories. She wasn't helping my father directly with his research, so I spent most of my days with her. Before long, I discovered that she'd known my father when he was young. She told me stories about how he'd fallen in love as a younger man. I began to imagine that the person he'd fallen in love with had been her, and that she was, in fact, secretly my mother. After she settled in with us, our long-established routine began to drastically change. First, we started to eat together. Before then, I'd never shared a meal with anyone in 18 years. She scolded me for my table manners, or more accurately, the lack thereof. If I was going to eat with others, she said, I needed to be more polite. Having eaten alone my entire life, manners had never been something I had thought about. My father got in trouble too, when he made the mistake of reading through research papers during dinner. The look of surprise and embarrassment on his face made me burst into laughter. I couldn't remember the last time I'd shared a laugh with my father. It might have been the first time.
room we consider our living room changed too. Before, it just been another room, but she made it, well, comfortable. After we finished our dinner, I would sit on the sofa and relax with her and my father. These times are the ones I cherish the most. For a little while every day, I got the family I'd longed for since I was a child. At her suggestion, I started to help my father with my father's research. He specialized in genetic engineering, and I discovered that I had an interest in it as well. Time faded away as I lost myself in research. Now that we were working and studying together, my father and I had a great deal to talk about. For the first time in my life, we began to speak with one another like a father and son. Whenever I impressed him with something I'd learned, I felt a surge of happiness, and it drove me to study even harder. My days felt full, right, and meaningful. But most importantly, I was happy. 4 years passed in the blink of an eye, and one day I happened to overhear my father and the woman speaking in the laboratory. Their tone was serious, so I listened closer, curious to know what they were talking about. That was when I heard her say she planned to give her life in order to achieve their goals. It was clear that she wasn't being metaphorical. She would have to die. I was in shock. The research I'd thrown myself into would lead to her death? I asked my father to stop his research immediately, and he refused to listen. She agreed with him. She told me that she had prepared for what she had to do since the day she came to our facility. My father had known about it from the beginning as well. Angry and disappointed, I began to investigate what exactly the research I'd been helping with was working towards. Perhaps I thought I could figure out a way to keep her alive. I discovered much more than I'd bargained for. To begin with, I learned that the ultimate success of my father's research would require a good deal of sacrifice. And I also learned that my own existence was just another part of his project. I'd been created to function as my father's spare. If he died during his research, I was intended to continue it in his place. I was stunned. I was furious with my father, and with her, and even with the research I'd poured myself into for 4 years. There was only one thing to do: destroy the facility, and end my father's horrible research once and for all. I made plans to destroy the main reactor, and with it the entire facility, but she saw right through me. My father was livid and locked me in my room until his research was complete. All I could think of was how I might stop him. She did her best to convince me that I'd misunderstood, and that everything would be fine. As much as I wanted to believe her, I remembered in the back of my mind that she had been the one who pushed for me to get involved in my father's research. Had that been an earnest desire to give me something to do with my life, or... Still, I couldn't bring myself to hate her. She'd given me a reason to live. Even if she had conspired with my father to mold me into his replacement, the warmth she had shown me had been real. She'd made me feel as if I had a real family, and that was something I wouldn't have given up for the world. I pleaded with her to leave, but she quietly shook her head. There was someone very special to her, she told me. He had saved her life once, and she felt her death would help repay that favor. She would have liked nothing more than to marry him and to live a happy, normal life together. But she couldn't. For his sake, she said, and for the sake of the future she wanted, she was determined to see my father's research succeed. I realized then that although she was the most important person in my life, there was someone more important than me in hers. She tried to explain, beyond what we could see, was a future where no one would have to die, but I refused to listen. What good was a potential future to me? It was what I had now that I wanted. I couldn't stand to think what she would give her life for a man I'd never even seen. So I shut myself off from the world. Perhaps that's why I lost my memory. Kay let out a deep and tired sigh. I'm sorry. I lost track of time. It's okay. Not having any memories is less than desirable, but it could be argued that regaining them is almost more taxing. So you remember almost everything? No, the details are still indistinct, especially more recent events. Huh? Sigma, I'm sorry, but would it be alright if I laid down for a bit? What's wrong? I don't feel very well. It must be because I remembered so much so quickly. My head feels like it's going to explode. Are you okay? Yes, I think I just need to rest. Okay. Take as long as you need. I'll go look for Clover and Tenmyoji myself. I'm sorry. Thank you. Kay lowered himself heavily onto the red sofa in the room. Well, Guess I'd better get moving then. I stepped out of the room and nearly ran into Phi. What are you doing? You're supposed to be waiting back in the warehouse.
Yeah, I know. I just decided to go check on you guys. I waited a long time and no one showed up. Judging by your face, you haven't found them either. Damn.
Yeah.
Where's Kay?
He's in the lounge.
You decided to split up?
Well, not quite. Instead of waiting for my answer, she opened the door to the lounge and walked in.
There he is. What's up with him?
I guess he's not feeling too well. He said he wanted to rest for a bit.
Is he alright?
I think so. We should leave him alone right now, though. Remember, there's a real person inside that suit. I'm sure he's just tired.
Tired, huh? How are you feeling?
What?
I feel tired just looking at you. Your face is like a week-old sock.
Really? Well, I guess I'd be lying if I said I wasn't a little exhausted. I mean, all of a sudden I wake up trapped in some weird-ass game and then dead bodies start turning up. Honestly, I'm amazed I've managed to hold on to my sanity for this long. Just about everything here makes absolutely zero sense. The more I try and figure any of it out, the more I feel like my brain's gonna melt and run out of my ears. You know what I'm talking about, right? We managed to figure out who the killer was, but there's still 100 other questions we have no idea about. Where the hell are we? Why are we even here? What's this whole notary game thing for? And what is Zero Senior up to? Hell, how about who is Zero Senior? The rabbit said he's one of us, but... Do you think it's Dio?
Who knows?
Besides, we still don't know why Dio killed them. He said he was ordered to do it, but... And there's more, too. What about the old lady? Who is she? What's her deal? Hell, what's any of our deals? I don't know jack shit about anyone here. I don't even know anything about you, Phi.
Are you serious? You can't honestly suspect me, can you?
No, that's not it.
I'm just like you. I was kidnapped on December 25th and brought here too.
She trailed off. You heard that, right?
Yeah. It came from the hallway.
Oh, let's go have a look.
There's nobody here.
Maybe they got in the elevator?
Let's try hitting the button. If the door doesn't open immediately, then we'll know the elevator's downstairs.
Ooh.
Someone went downstairs.
But who?
Thought so.
Let's go.
Green door, blue door, red door?
Which way? Where do we think they went?
Let's head for the green door.
Why?
Because the treatment center's there. That's where Dio and Quark are.
So?
You aren't worried? I just want to make sure they're safe.
They're fine. The Major Clover probably made that noise. Well, maybe both of them. I don't think they'd hurt Quark or Dio.
Are you sure?
Huh?
Dio admitted to killing that old woman, but he insists that he didn't kill Alice or Luna. What if he's telling the truth?
Are you serious? Are you gonna believe him?
It doesn't matter. I just want to know that they're safe. No harm in being careful.
Alright, fine.
Alright, into the treatment center. What will we find? And
We headed for the first pod. I cracked open the top and lifted it back. Phew. There was Quark, sound asleep. See?
yeah, I guess you're right. I was probably getting worried for nothing. Alright. I don't think we want to open Dio's pod, do we? How about Dio?
Let's open his.
Oh, we're gonna open his, okay.
Oh, shit! What the hell?
Check his pulse.
It was pointless to check his pulse. He was obviously dead, but I did it anyway. Yeah, he's dead.
Look, the oxygen level of his pod says 0%.
And that means he asphyxiated? But why?
Someone must have tampered with the pod and lowered the oxygen levels.
Who?
Look, we should go tell Kay about this. Come on, let's go.
Without waiting for me to follow, Phi turned and ran off. I took a deep breath and followed.
Well, that's an interesting twist.
Phi and I burst into the lounge and ran up to Kay. Kay! Hey, wake up! Something happened! He didn't move. I grabbed him by the shoulders and shook. He twitched and quickly sat up.
What is it?
We explained how we'd found Dio dead. Now it looked like he died of asphyxiation. It appears that someone reduced the oxygen level of his pod to 0.
What?
But
Why? I thought that Dio was the one who killed the old woman Alice and Luna. Then who killed him if he was the murderer?
the people who could have done it are Clover and Temiyoji.
There's also Quark.
What? No! That's impossible. You're suggesting Quark woke up, opened his pod from the inside, killed Dio, and then went back to sleep?
No, I'm just saying that, strictly speaking, it is a possibility. So just, take it into consideration.
Well, in that case, Phi, hate to say it, but doesn't that mean you could have done it?
Me?
Yes. You could have done it any time Sigma and I left the Floor B warehouse.
Don't give me that. I was waiting for Clover and Temiyoji to show up. They never did, though, so I got impatient and went to find you guys. Then I bumped into Sigma in front of the lounge.
She went on to explain about the sound we'd heard.
I see. So you heard something. Then perhaps it's likely that Temiyoji and Clover were at fault. Were the two of you together the whole time you were investigating?
Yes, we were.
You never split up or anything?
Nope. In any event, we don't have a great deal of time to discuss it. Oh, crap! We only got 7 minutes till the primary door is open.
Alright, let's get back to the Floor B warehouse. Maybe Clover and Temiyoji are already there.
Oh, where is Dio's bracelet? His what?
Huh?
Well, you didn't take it?
Dio was a green solo. Phi and I are the magenta pair. Oh shit, you're right. That Dio's bracelet won't be able to open the secondary door.
I fear not. Then we need to hurry. We'll drop by the treatment center on the way back and grab the bracelet. All three of us don't need to go. You two go on ahead. I'll get the bracelet.
Alright.
Oh, one other thing. I need to give you these. The yellow pair bracelets? Were these Alice and Luna's?
Yes. Without these, you would get stuck. So, here you are. Please, take them.
I grabbed the bracelets and shoved them into my pocket.
Alright, let's get going. Alright, so we just need to get Dio's bracelet. And then at least our two teams can go.
Oh, shit! They're not here.
Maybe they did go through the door, like Kay said.
With Quark's bracelet?
Or
what? Oh, come on, man. You better not give me that maybe they're already dead crap. I got enough of that from Dio. You gotta be kidding me. This isn't funny, Phi. If you're right, then you, Kay, Quark, and I are the only people still alive in here.
Hey, lay off. I want to believe they're alive too. But
we heard a noise and turned.
It's Kay! I apologize for keeping you. Did you get Dio's bracelet? Well, technically yes, but... Best you just see it. This is what I found in Dio's pod. Oh, shit! What?
What the hell?
I assume whoever murdered Dio did this.
But why? There's no point.
I can't say for sure, but if I were to guess... Oh no! Chromatic doors have opened. 5 minutes remain until chromatic doors close. With the bracelet like this, I doubt we can get past the secondary door. That means Kay and I will.
Oh no! Shit! You're gonna...
When the time comes, those 3 doors will automatically close. If anyone's left outside after they close, they'll be penalized. I see. That's what they wanted. Whoever killed Dio wanted to use the game to kill me and Kay. That's why they broke the bracelet.
I think so. It makes the most sense. How can you be so calm? In 5 minutes, you're gonna be...
Go on ahead, Sigma. You have those bracelets Kay gave you, right? You should be able to get through the secondary door with those. So just...
Oh, fuck that! You know I can't ditch you guys like that now.
But if you stay here, you'll...
You think I don't know that? But what kind of monster am I to just leave you here to die? Ugh! God damn it! This was bad. What was I going to do? I needed to calm down. Just calm down. Calm down and think. There had to be a way to save them. There had to...
To be continued. Yes, that's right. We've hit our second lock of the run. So, we're going to save right here. And we'll have to pick it up next time. Anyway, Scott G signing off. And I'll see y'all around. Bye-bye!